How's it going? It's Jellyfoosh, and we are in San Francisco. Where's so we're going? Yeah, we've chosen to go through America, North America. Look at that. Yeah, we are running out of days though. Holy shit! How are we gonna do this? Oh no. Okay, let's hurry up. Let's go Salt Lake City. Yeah, right. Let's do it. I rather think the departure should be adjusted. 3 days? What? Oh. What? That's amazing. No charge tomorrow. That's fantastic. Hmm. Nice one. Oh, market. Let's see. Driving levels. Okay. Oh, there's something I could sell here. San Francisco. Oh, it's this one. Here. Hey. Nice one. Back cylinder. Chicago, Houston, Regina. Whoops. Let's see. Chicago. How much is it worth there, though? That is important. Not sure we'll be going there, but we don't. Oh, we do have space. It's 80. Oh, we might as well. We'll see how much it's worth there. Okay. Anything else? Nah. Alright. Let's get some sleep because we're not very healthy. Past not here, yes. San Francisco seemed less a city and more a ravenous beast bent on consumption of everything, even of itself. Ugh. That's an okay. Within the ever-expanding city limits, enormous steam-powered drills and diggers flattened hills. The building works made it tricky to talk to anyone. Right, let's see what this is. Flattened hills, straightened roads, reformed neighborhoods, and dumped the resulting rubble and stone into Mission Bay. I headed towards Chinatown to eat. It was a warren of crowded wooden and brick houses, temples, businesses, herbalists, laundries, and market stalls selling fruit and flowers. Fruits. Oh. Okay. Brightly colored lanterns illuminated the streets. I regarded the people with some interest. I was interested in conversation. I wanted only to eat. I want to know here. I want more description of it. And little draconic automata spewing black smoke called the attention of passers-by to restaurants and gambling houses. Cool. Children played games. Chinese theater. Right, what are they playing? Many dressed in woolen bobble hats, and I'm not sure what a bobble hat is. Is that like a bowler hat? Maybe. And coats over their shangshans. Shangshans and shongsams. Oh man, I remember the days when I was wearing bobble hats and shangshans over my shongshams. Those were the days. Large groups of men stood around smoking, drinking green tea, and calling to each other good-naturedly. I was rather out of place. I felt quite at home. Yeah, why not? I traveled around more than half the world after all. And after all... Wait, what am I reading? I traveled around more than half the world after all. What was one more foreignness in such a foreign place as America? Decided to approach a young man with a Q ponytail. Not sure what a Q ponytail is. Guess it's some sort of ponytail. An older man in European clothes. That's the European guy. Who offered me a cup of green tea when I introduced myself. You are very well dressed, I remarked approvingly. A most excellently cut jacket. He chuckled and smoothed his crisp shirt. Many of my friends, they say, Lynn, you talk to foreigners, you wear their clothes, and I say to them, I am American now, and you are too. He pointed at a young man with his hair in a queue. What is that? Is it just like tied together, maybe? Look at him, with his old-fashioned hair. There is a law against it here, but he wears it like that. The fool. What a ridiculous law. what ridiculous. But that is your tradition. Why is there a law against it? I asked. Is it hurt no one, surely? We must let go of our old culture, Lin counseled. We are American now. But you are Chinese American. Ah, yes, it's true. Why did they make such a law? I disagreed. Why would you give up everything for the American dream? Ah, the American dream. Wait, what? It just ended like that? Okay. It's interesting, though. Oh, let's go. Let's go, 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 go. Transcontinental. We were lucky to arrive in San Francisco just in time to catch the inaugural journey of the Transcontinental Express, which would take us to New York in 8 days, with only a handful of stops along the way. Holy crap, 8 days! Ooh, we're not gonna make it, guys. Ah, shit. We're not gonna make it. In 8 days. Oh, it's gonna be 76. We have 4 days from New York to Paris. There's no way. The first day aboard was enjoyable enough. American trains could clearly not compete with their European counterparts, but it was amusing to see them try. The posters proclaimed Pullman's Palace sleeping cars, but they were more like places to keep cattle, and were not palatial. Oh, palatial, yeah, palatial, like a palace. Okay. They were more like places to keep cattle, if reasonably well-to-do cattle. We sipped cool beer as we rattled through a long stretch of desert in the shadow of tall mountains. Sounds pretty nice. I gazed out of the window. I attended to Monsieur Folk. Let's attend. Yeah, look at that. It's all healthy. And his delicate stomach, which was not entirely better today. Alright. How are we gonna make it there in time? Our fellow passengers were a curious mix of gold and silver prospectors. Homesteaders, farmers from all corners of the world, Mormons, missionaries, soldiers, and stiff-necked gentry of various sorts. I gave a young black woman a deep red bonnet and an infectious laugh, a wide smile, and not agree. Wide smile, why not? Her name was Diana. I'm meeting my husband in Cheyenne, she told me. He did construction work in New York, but New York isn't safe anymore. We have enough money to move now. Why isn't it safe? How long have you been apart? I queried innocently, having only the broad strokes of American news and history. You did not hear of the draft riots in Europe? She asked wonderingly. New York has always had Confederate sympathies, and when the Union began drafting New Yorkers, they rioted. They killed and burned black homes. Wow, my husband has never felt safe since. But now we're moving to Cheyenne. She smiled, nearly glowing with happiness. Huh. Where else can one go but New York? I told her some tall tales. I asked, thinking of our journey ahead. New Orleans, she replied. You can take the paddle boat down to the Mississippi from Burlington, she laughed. Why is she laughing? Don't laugh! Though New Orleans is dangerous in its own way. We talked a little more, and the afternoon wore into evening as we arrived into the station town of Ogden, close to Salt Lake City. Alright then. Several of our possessions could be sold handsomely here. Several of our possessions could be sold handsomely here. Ah yes, Sean Connery. Alright. Okay, how the hell are we? New York here, right. And then in 8 days we're gonna go from there to oh man. Not in 8 days, actually in 4 days. 4 days from New York to... We could do it! 4 days! If it's an airship, right? Oh, it's gonna be so close! I think we just have to go for New York because that's like the quickest way. Where are we now? We're in Salt Lake City, okay. Okay, let's not. Let's just immediately try and. Do we have enough money? Yeah, I think we do. 4 days. Oh, this is amazing. Like our travelers thing. But didn't that thing say that we would get there in 8 days? Wasn't that the whole idea? We could get to New York in 8 days. That's what they said. No way we can get from here to here in 4 days. If this takes 4 days. Or I mean, well, it's not even the departure that takes 4 days. It's or not the trip that takes 4 days. It's the until we depart. So that was just a straight up lie. This is not gonna take us to. Shit. All right. We gotta negotiate. Yep. 2 days. That's the best we can do. Let's sleep. Day 70. Huh? As I sat in the downstairs room of our hotel, looking out across the plains, secretly longing for a glass of wine or a cup of coffee, and enjoying the moment of silence. I always enjoy it. Of silence in this peaceful town, I was approached by a young lady with a wry smile. May I join you? I'm just saying right now, I'm not going to keep doing that voice. By all means. I answered. She smiled and slid into the seat opposite. I heard you're a traveler. I heard you're going around the world. That is correct. We're endeavoring to circumnavigate in 80 days. Yes, let's do that. I told her, or less. Really? She grinned. And how many days have you taken so far? Oh man. I told her. And she bit her lip. A whole 70 days of traveling. Oh, she replied, you must be tiring of it, surely. Not at all, mademoiselle. This journey is invigorating. More anxious than tired. Tell me about yourself. Okay, I exclaimed. She sighed with a smile. I'm glad to hear that, monsieur. I myself would love to travel, but I cannot leave Salt Lake. What my family are doing here and what they're building is too important. It needs every hand and every heart to make it fly. Fly? Fly? Okay, alright. But if all else were different, then why I would hang on to your coattails like a shot, monsieur, and ask you to show me the shores of Europa. When you are old, such a trip will be a matter of short holiday. You should come. What is she saying? Fly? Is she just using that as an expression? Because if she's got an airship, let's fucking use it. You should come. Oh, I don't know. We can try and, because the thing is, if we say that she should come, that means we are like trying to convince her to abandon her family, which she will probably not appreciate herself. But she might appreciate that we're like nice to her and like we're like saying, oh, you should do what you want because for your own happiness. Okay, now let's go with the first one. I assured her. In 50 years' time, a journey like mine will seem quaint. She sighed. I am already too old for fairy stories, she replied. But perhaps you will be proved right. Perhaps one day people like me will travel all around the world, spreading our good word. The evenings wearing on, the young lady rose and bid me farewell and bon voyage. I watched her go, feeling suddenly curiously old with some relief. Oh, Passepartout. Feeling old. In 100 years, I wondered, what would curious historians make of our adventures? Very little, I suppose. Huh. Alright. Is it tomorrow? Okay. Wait, what? Can negotiate again? Oh! Ah! Yes! Oh, that was lucky. We boarded the Transcontinental Express at Salt Lake City for the long journey eastward across the continent. Let's do this again, because he's still be feeling shitty. Today, a fellow with a painfully trimmed mustache and impeccable suit approached me outside the lavatory. I nodded at him companionably. I made way so he could pass by. Alright. And his thin lips parted in a contained grin. I am Felix Granger, he said. You are a puzzle. He's a weird guy. I was utterly flummoxed. I? A puzzle? I repeated in consternation. Monsieur, I am a simple man, whose past is an open book. Oh no, do tell me how you came to be on the transcontinental. Thereby hangs a tale, I can tell, good sir. Wow, I don't know why, but he sounds really weird. Like, he just sounds scary. He seems like he's got, like, people in his basement. He seems like that kind of guy. Are you a serial killer, Felix Granger? I think you are. It seemed a probing question. He was merely interested. Yeah, it does seem like a probing question, which made me immediately suspicious of his motives. He's going to put me in his basement for sure. I made some non-committal answer, but he pressed me further. Finally, we don't want to confront him because his like shallow mask of humanity might slip, and he might just like kill me immediately. Let's excuse ourselves. Some fabricated errand. What a strange, ill-mannered fellow. Well, yeah, he's got people in his basement. He's a serial killer, Passepartout, don't you? We stopped at Cheyenne, Wyoming, for a few hours in the evening. The trim-moustached fellow, he's still there, disembarked, to talk with a 6-foot-tall woman who wore the latest slim-trained skirts and a pistol tucked into her waistband. We disembarked also. Oh no. And bid farewell to our fellow passengers. Oh man. Oh, this trim, mustached, I don't know. He's got a mustache. Oh, no departures today. Alright, well, how... Oh, shit. I need to get like this. Alright, Omaha, how do I... What? I don't have it. What? Alright, let's check the market. Oh, there's not even a market. Oh my god. That's not good. Yes! Good. Well, we already discovered this. What the hell? Our arrival in Cheyenne, Magic City of the Plains, was met to our surprise by a small parade. Huh. Which we rather enjoyed, which quickly transpired not to be for us. Alright. But did not investigate too deeply, preferring to wind onwards, travel as soon as possible. Find onward travels. Town was otherwise rather small and uncomfortable, though I found myself in a charming saloon and ill supplied with decent tea. Alright, we're in a charming saloon now. Playing a curious card game involving colored sets and runs, which I rather failed to understand, but which the locals took terribly seriously, called poker. It appeared to be a game about having as little fun as possible, lying, bluffing, and eliciting sympathy, yeah. Or else encouraging the other players to drink more heavily than oneself. It's true. Naturally, I was dreadful at it, no better than average. And lost a small sum before retiring from the game. Okay. Why did it... Silly man. Oh, embark! Yeah, that's fine. Go, you mechanical horse. It seemed there were no more trains heading east from Cheyenne for some time, so we were forced to hire an open carriage to carry us as far as Omaha. The ride was somewhat more uncomfortable than a railway, but not altogether that much slower. The road followed a roughly straight route and was kept well clear. Alright, good. Let's converse for a bit, actually. What is your wish, master? English poetry? Oh, let's talk about English poetry. Perhaps some poetry will ease you? Ah, a reminder of my school days. Money. Oh, poetry and cigars, right? Cigar? Light it for me, would you, Passepartout? Passepartout? Fog's well-being improved somewhat. Oh, cool. Omaha? Alright. Have you heard that there's regular service by road from Omaha to Chicago? Very good. Oh, we don't want to go to Chicago anyway. Oh, maybe we do. We had the carriage to ourselves, but of course my master did little to assist with the passage of time, so I was forced to sing... Why was he forced to sing a few songs of your child? What? Fidget use... Oh, well, might as well do that then. My childhood, beginning with Frère Jacques and Le Bon Roi Dagobert, before breaking into a round of Alouette, Gentil Alouette. Okay, oh my god. before catching my master's eye and showing some mercy. No, let's do it. Let's do it. Alouette at full force. Oh man, fucking full force Alouette right in your fucking face, Sean Connery. Upon my master's patience, half a world in the wearing broke in two. Passepartout, you have the capacity to be the most irritating travel companion imaginable. I charge you to sit perfectly still and do nothing. But master, I cannot. I must sing my stupidly annoying song. I'm just being a total asshole here. Well, Passepartout is. I reply with frustration. I've shot on trains. I have sat on trains, ships, airships, carriages, on this journey of ours. But I have had enough. I must... What, exactly? He cut in smoothly. You must dance, is that it? Carriage rolled on, and we did not speak to each other. Yeah, well, fuck you then. I don't know why I did that. Oh, no. Oh, wait, that was just... Okay, let's just wait. Wait, what? Oh! I didn't know... I didn't even know I could read the time. I didn't even know I could read the newspaper. Oh my god. Oh! Good that we find that out on... Oh, how are we gonna make it? On the second day, something truly unprecedented occurred. Passepartout, my master declared. I believe I must apologize. Oh. No, monsieur, I must apologize. Ik doe een pretended not to hurt. Alright, let's ask him. Whatever for? You may act as you wish. There's something about this landscape that is most upsetting. I believe it to be the scale. I theorize no civilized man could live in America without losing some of his essential humanity. The open skies and distant horizons are simply too much to bear. Do not concern yourself, Monsieur Fogg. Soon we will be in the city. I like the wilderness myself, monsieur. Why does a man travel around the world, I wonder? Why does such a man... That is weird, actually. Perhaps simply to be sure that his desire to remain within a quarter-mile radius of central London is a choice and not a limitation upon himself. That's interesting. I do not know. Monsieur Fogg said nothing more on the matter, and the carriage carried onwards across the ever-widening open plains of the Americas, towards the tiny settlement of Omaha. Some of our possessions, alright, well, we can sell some of our possessions. A Passepartout. Really? We can sell a cotton flower? One cotton flower? Sounds weird to me. Oh shit, yeah, Chicago. Oh, we can get a second one. We can sell another one. We can sell two of them. Well, yeah, let's go to Chicago and let's sell both of them. I really don't know. Well, okay, look, like, we're not gonna make it to 80 days, so we might as well just get fucking filthy rich, right? I mean, why not? Black cloak with a deep perfect for skulking around. Might as well. Alright. Chicago. Let's do it. Oh, in 2 days. Tomorrow. What? That is expensive as hell. Well, whatever. We're doing it. Oh, come on. Come on now. Wow, that really was expensive. Alright. Come on. Hotel, let's sleep. Gotta go, gotta go. Another night, and the clock was forever ticking upwards. We took a room and settled in, and I forwarded my service. Let's explore, because we might find out about some way to make us go quicker. I observed a remarkably energetic Chinese ragamuffin in a dramatic altercation with a housewife. Oh man, these Chinese ragamuffins, they're everywhere. From which I learned, it can... Oh, I'm pretty not to get in the way. I departed with a torn shirt. Oh, because my torn shirt. Alright. Ah, man. Alright, bark. Bark and bark and bark. It was with some trepidation that we boarded yet another caleche out of Omaha after our disagreements on the previous leg of the journey. I'm sure in Chicago there will be trains. I was determined to be an excellent valet for this leg. Yeah, let's go with that. I told my master, hoping to reassure him. Passepartout, my master declared. I do not believe my shirts are correctly folded. I have been collecting dust in my cuffs. Kindly attend to it. Monsieur, but here? Of course, monsieur. Of course, monsieur. All right. Very good. Very good. Monsieur Fogg replied, then returned to his newspaper. He was, to his credit, at least not about to oversee my work. Oh yeah, no shit, Jesus. What can we converse about? Service Health Chicago. My mother once took the Winnipeg and Duluth Railroad from Duluth? I don't know. To Winnipeg, okay. English poetry. Oh, this is making him happier. Alright. Health. Good gracious, this is rather more exhausting than I anticipated. Oh, yes. Oh. Well, that's not really interesting for us. Sorry. I must credit my master. His reassertion of our position on the day before had mended our relationship somewhat. Huh. After all, if I was not to be his valet, then what was I doing on the trip? Silently, I thanked him for it. Yeah, alright. Cool. I certainly did not wish to lose my position. Who knows how close to that I had come before his clarity of leadership gave me a second chance. Okay, then. Strange. Our carriage kept up its pace, taking us across increasingly boggy land until we began to pass wooden houses scattered about seemingly at random. These were the outskirts of the shitty city of Chicago. Shitty walk. Yes, South Park reference. We were both relieved to see it. I almost felt sorry our lonely carriage ride was over. Yeah, alright. Spending some time in close company had given me a great clarity. We had passed through the wilderness together and come out on the other side, once more master and man. Yeah, alright. The whole master thing is a bit weird to me. Whatever. Okay. Oh man, how are we gonna do this? How are we gonna do this? Can we? 2 days. And what about here? Or we'll have to plan. Or we'll have to, well, first of all we have to sleep. Then we'll go to, okay. Walking the streets of Chicago, it quickly became apparent that this was a city in a state of some flux, and in every way imaginable, from the wide variance of its diverse populace, the strong winds blowing down the wide streets, the sheer quantity of train lines. Yeah. Train lines. Where was that? Oh yeah, train lines coming from into the city from all directions, to the arrangements of the city blocks themselves. For the blocks I discovered were in motion. What? They're in motion? Holy crap. Walking the busy streets, I was forced to stop more than once to make way for a family home set on rollers. Wow, that's cool. Making its way rapidly down the street towards me, moving like a strange gigantic snail. While its occupants calmly ate their dinner at the window as they went. A sign propped on the veranda read J.S. McIntyre Esquire, House Movers. Huh. A man on the sidewalk beside me cursed under his breath. The fright drove me from the streets to the lake. I turned about sharpish. Let's hear him. They act like they own the road, he muttered. Surely it is hard for them to stop. I was still blinking at the sight. Are you suggesting this is a common occurrence? I hurried back to my master. Alright. I demanded, staring away as the building took a left turn across busy traffic. It's the 7th day one of these I've dodged today. It's the 7th one of these today I've dodged. The man grumbled. They're supposed to go to Van Buren and thereabouts, but instead they cruise around on those hickory springs like so many lords and ladies. But why? Why? Where I come from, houses stay where they are placed. I gulped. But do they ever strike people? 'Twas the mayor wanted the city to be made of stone, so they fitted rollers under the wooden houses to move them out of the way. But you can't just move city folk around like cattle. They got the taste for it, see? People enjoy sunrise on the lake shore, then they go browsing the shops, then go out to the city for the night, all from their living rooms. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I myself have traveled too much. I thank the man, yeah. I would enjoy staying put. Well, maybe you would. You haven't seen what it's like out of the center. It's a swamp out there. Should never have built a city here at all, if you ask me. But no one did, of course. That, he slumped away across the road. I returned to Missy Fogg. At our hotel some time later, but only to find that the city was not tired of toying with me yet. The establishment, which had been normally positioned when I left, now required a ladder to enter, having been raised several feet into the air by a team of men with hefty jack-screws. I gawped. More great municipal works. They were clearly operating outside the law. Yeah. There was no foreman and no cordon to stop children and curious onlookers clamoring under the elevated building. Quite clearly, these men had slipped their jacks under the foundations in order to extract a fee from the proprietor to lower it again. One poked me hard in the chest. You've just run into Chicago's most notorious work gang, he declared. We run this town. You must let me inside. Are you going to move the building? I told him firmly. My master is waiting. $5, the man said. In or out? What? In? I don't even know what accent that was. I gave the man £3. I gently pressed the man to this one side. Oh, it's on! But he pressed right back. No exceptions, mister. $5. In, $5 out. I gave the man £3. I pushed the man aside more firmly. Yeah, let's fuck him up. And he straightened up. No one messes around with Chicago gangsters, he declared soberly. And I'm not afraid to make an example out of you. What the fuck? This city has a police force, does he not? Reader, I hit him. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, this is amazing. Oh, Passepartout, okay. I hit him. It was perhaps not my most sensible move, and his return swing came hastily, more or less immediately upon overcoming the surprise of my attack. Just then my master's face appeared from an overhead window. Passepartout, he declared. Pay the man what he wants. £100 later. No, I refuse! I cannot bring myself to pay you, not even to fulfill my master's wishes. The man whistled, and 3 other gang members appeared. Oh, I'm really not. Why am I doing that? It's just because like we're 5 days away. We're not gonna make it. I fancy the odds slipping out of my favor. Perhaps we can just get run, looking in either direction for ways to escape. But I was surrounded. Then the tables were suddenly turned. Around the corner, a building hoved into view on rollers, pulled by a squat steam engine with a rotating light on its roof. The gangsters jumped in alarms. The cops! I cheered, yes, as the building stopped. Sure enough, armored policemen poured out. The workmen dispersed like rats in all directions, abandoning their jackscrews so suddenly the building began to list dangerously. I ran to prop them back up. Yeah, let's do it. And was thus caught, one hand on the jackscrew of a Ramson building, by a Chicagoan policewoman. I protested. Oh, come on. I was relieved to be finally still, and quite contentedly spend the night in a jail cell on charges of extortion that took a full day to clear. Oh man, that did not go very well. Shit. How are we gonna get to New York? That's the question. Okay, maybe we don't go to New York. Maybe we go Atlanta? I guess we have to go to Atlanta. Alright. Oh, nice. Oh, let's do it. Nice. Ooh, that was close. We almost missed that. My master paced the floor of the Chicago station ticket hall in a state I could only describe as agitation, irritation, barely concealed fury. Ooh. As we attempted to work out what train we were supposed to be getting onto. They have, he remarked to me, with somewhat less than his usual cool, made something of a conundrum of their train system. Supplied him with our timetable as quickly as possible. What is the problem, monsieur? I had neither time nor the wit for conundrums of any sort. Uh, what is the problem? I asked, curious to see, could have thrown. I don't. This doesn't make sense. Okay. Anyways, curious to see, could have thrown the methodical planning for which my master was so well known. Um, the station has a rather remarkable number of platforms, he replied, and very little instruction on the casual traveller as to which the train might be departing from. I will leave you to your calculations. Perhaps I can be of assistance. While he cogitated, best word. I stopped a passing porter.